Well, this is a situation where there are pockets of violence that have sprung up across.
A Sudanese man has been charged in connection with a brutal knife attack in Belfast.
Rhiannon was murdered by an illegal migrant who was staying. Well, we're finding out that the monster that beheaded someone this morning, or at least attempted to, is actually a Sudanese asylum seeker. Is that even a surprise? Are we even shocked by this information? I'm desensitized. Another day, another assault. Police Chief Constable John Butcher says the suspect is believed to have travelled from Sudan to Paris to Dublin, unknown dates, before taking a bus to Belfast in February 2023. He then immediately claimed asylum. So it seems like that was the objective all along. He travelled through many different countries to then get into the United Kingdom. He was given leave to remain in the UK in September of 2023. This is the issue here. You know, I spoke to Rhiannon White's mother, Siobhan, yesterday. Rhiannon was murdered by an illegal migrant who was staying at the hotel that she worked at. She was stabbed in the face 27 times with a screwdriver, a very sort of similar type of attack. Someone who we found out actually had HIV, was untreated. When are we going to do basic medical checks? When are we going to check the mental health of these people and vet them before we allow them to roam freely on the streets of Britain? Leave your comments down below.
Protests have erupted in Belfast. This comes as mass protests kick off across the UK tonight, with the public showing their support to the victim in Belfast. The man arrested following a shocking knife attack in Belfast has now been charged with attempted murder. This latest case has sparked a political row over immigration and public safety.
I'm absolutely horrified. Is this someone who should not have been in our country? Have there been failings around our borders?
The suspect arrived to the UK from Ireland, with Jim Allister raising his concerns in Parliament.
What will be done to stop the importation of an alien culture?
With protests currently looking like they're getting out of hand, has the UK finally reached boiling point?
A Sudanese man has been charged in connection with a brutal knife attack in Belfast last night. Now, the victim, who is in his 40s, suffered significant injuries to his face, neck and his back. In a press conference this afternoon, police confirmed that the suspect had leave to remain.
It's my understanding that the suspect was granted leave to remain in the United Kingdom on the 28th of September of 2023. Again, this is to be confirmed, but I'm informed that he made his way from Sudan to Paris at dates unknown, and from Paris he flew to Dublin at a date yet to be determined. From my current understanding, he then travelled from Dublin to Belfast by bus on the 10th of February of 2023. There is no trace of this suspect on any of our national security databases, and he was not known to the Police Service of Northern Ireland.
But as sure as night follows day, rather than try to understand why millions are so fed up and angry about what has been done to this country, some local politicians decided to bang on about the so-called far right and division. SDLP North Belfast councillor Carl White said, "I would also ask people not to engage with far-right elements who will use this incident in an attempt to sow division. It's important that people remain calm and allow justice to take its course." In Parliament this afternoon, North's Antrim MP Jim Allister asked the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland what was being done to stop the importing of alien cultures, and the exchange tells you everything that you need to know about why the public are so angry with our political class.
What I want to know, and what I know my constituents want to hear, is what will be done to stop the importation of an alien culture that thinks it's appropriate to try and behead someone within the United Kingdom.
Secretary of State.
Well, I would say I'm sorry that the honourable gentleman used the word alien culture, because what exactly is he referring to? What the British people have had enough of, or anyone from wherever they come, whatever their background, who seeks to commit violence on citizens of the United Kingdom. That is what we together are strongly opposed to.
I mean, he's questioning the language, alien culture, and asking for an explanation. And again, at a press conference in Stormont this afternoon, is Justice Minister Naomi Long.
There will, of course, be those who wish to take the pain, the suffering, the fear, the genuine concern in those communities and weaponise it for other purposes. I would appeal to communities not to allow themselves to be used and abused in that way, to remain calm, to allow the police to do their work in terms of their investigation, and to allow the justice system to hold the individual responsible to account for what was a shockingly barbaric attack on our streets. We do not want police resources and other people to be caught up in what could become a very heated situation.
Forget blaming the so-called far right. Forget calls for cohesion. Forget politicians telling us not to use this alleged attack, not to whip up division. We are divided, and we have been for a long time now. The mass importation of people from the third world who can't speak our language, has that not stoked division? The liberal elite constantly telling you you're a racist, you're bigoted if you question why we have to live like this. Has that not stoked division? Well, tonight, hundreds have gathered on the streets of Belfast to express their anger at mass uncontrolled migration and protest successive governments' lack of action. Some of that got out of hand.
What's he saying? You! There's the horse power away. What's that there? Wonder about that there.
So to be clear, violence is wrong. It is never the answer. But what do you expect to happen when you allow tens of thousands of illegal migrants to move into our communities? What do you expect when we shell out billions of pounds a year going in benefits to foreigners? It's too late to bang on about division and community cohesion and blame this on the far right. Mass, unvetted, uncontrolled migration is what has caused division, and that I lay firmly at the blame at the feet of our useless politicians.